Hey guys, you know, I just recorded a video in my kitchen when I was making dinner. And after I turned off the camera, I was like, shit. I feel like I could have ended that video better. And then something came to my mind. And it's one of the things I wanted to say at the end. But it was too late. Well, I say fuck that. Make a whole video out of it. This one's going to be a little bit shorter. And also, tell me that doesn't look fucking amazing. Now that's a bowl of spaghetti right there. That's a motherfucking bowl of spaghetti. And in this motherfucking bowl of spaghetti, we got, well, you know, obviously spaghetti noodles. We got ground up Wagyu beef. Tomato sauce, obviously, because that's like one of the key ingredients of spaghetti. But I mixed in some pepper, some salt, and this one aglio olio seasoning from Trader Joe's. Some good shit. The only thing I was bummed I didn't have was some freaking lemon, dude. Oh man, dude, the other night I put some lemon in my spaghetti after I made it. It was the cherry on top. It was so good. It was so damn good. Now I was really hungry in that moment, so maybe that's why it tasted really good. But yeah, I mean, don't have it tonight, but we're gonna see how this tastes anyways. It's still gonna taste good. Probably should let it cool down a bit. It's a little hot. Yeah, that shit's a little hot, man. Here, come with me inside. I'm gonna get a drink. You know, one thing about summertime that I really like, summer evenings, dude. Summer evenings. Honestly, I like it better than like the middle of summer in the daytime. Because it's hot out, it's freaking, you know, like 100 degrees. But at night, dude, it cools off. Things get nice and quiet. And, dude, I tell you, it's just, it's relaxing. For sure. Oh. Tastes pretty good. Anyways, man. What do I want to get to here? So what came to my mind when I turned off last video was that life doesn't have a manual. We're not given a manual in this life. So, and God favors those that are bold and willing to take the risk. And you can be a thinker all day long. And you can know all the shit and you can know all the rules. But if you never apply anything, you never play the game, you're not going to be rewarded with anything. Okay, you're not going to go anywhere. Your character, which is you, is never going to level up. So I think of life like Skyrim, right? And I've heard other people use like Dark Souls and some of these other games, Elden Ring. I've never played those games, so I don't really know how to reference those. But I know how to reference Skyrim because I've played Skyrim before. Skyrim. So what happens in Skyrim? Well, in the beginning of Skyrim, you come to this world and you're a nobody and you have nothing. You're in your underwear. You gotta fight off a dragon. And a bunch of people around you die, and that's kind of where you collect your first accessories as your character. And through that game, you just kind of go through it. There's no like real set course. You just do all the missions. You go off side quests. And each time you do that, you gain more experience. Your character has more, you know, experience, and you level up. You gain more wisdom, you gain more charisma, you gain more strength, whatever it is. And on top of that, you also start to gain more weaponry and armor and different powers that you could use on people. It's a cool game, dude. Skyrim's such a sick game. Not just that, but it has a sick fucking soundtrack. Anyways, Real life is very much like that. You have to play the game. And so, you know, the best thing to do is to just put one foot in front of the other and do the thing. So if there's something you want to do now that you've been thinking about for a long time, that's the thing you got to do. And, you know, whatever that thing is, you've probably looked up videos on it. You've probably sought out advice on it. But you've never done the thing, right? So, because you've never done the thing, you're feeling a little uneasy about it. So just do the thing. And yeah, all these other guys that have done it, yeah, they could give you advice, but their life is their life, which is not your life. Their path is their path, which is different than yours. And their experiences are different. Not that you can't learn from others' experiences. You obviously can. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you have to make the route yourself. And you need to set out on the path that God intended for you, which you're not going to know what that is until you really actually start living. And so I think that God reveals his path to you, his purpose to you, the more you live, the more you make mistakes, learn from the mistakes, and also have wins, because you learn from those past mistakes. And the more you do that, the more clarity you have and how to go forth. Yeah, the more clarity you have. You could sit in your little freaking palace all day long with your journals full of ideas and full of, enlightening thoughts and introspections. And listen, that's all great. But if you don't freaking have some skin in the game, right? This thing called life, you're a Skyrim character who, you've read all about the game, you've watched all the videos, but you've never played the game itself. And your character is sitting at level 0 because you've not yet played the game. And so that's how I see it. And obviously life is more than just a video game. But man, I tell you what, some of these video games, they sure as hell do they sure as hell do a good job trying to embody what real life is like. And so life is like a video game oftentimes. You have to play the game to find out the power that you really are capable of. You got to take risk, and you have to, scoop your motherfucking sack of nuts in between your two legs to find out what your calling truly is. And yeah, you're going to mess up. You're going to make mistakes. Certain things are not going to work out. You're going to fail. You're going to fall down. You're going to eat dirt. Everybody does. And, but you shouldn't be afraid of that. I'll tell you that. Shouldn't be afraid of that. Because that's all a part of the process. It's part of the journey. It's part of life. So, pick up your sword, go out there, and just start going on side quest. What side quest have you been wanting to take lately? Right? Think about your routine that you have for yourself. But what's a side quest that you want to take?